This voices make me nervous. Like,
Yeah.
like we are doing something illegal. Like
Yeah.
we are recording. So
No,
again, yeah, thank you everyone for joining today. I'm glad that you can make it. You make it, and then like I said before, we have a pretty busy agenda today, but I will not take a lot of time of yours. And I would like to share most of the time today the very first of roundtable thing, which is like I would like to understand your initial experience with UpCoach. If you can remember those days, like what was your expectation? Why did you choose UpCoach, and what was the friction point? I will really like to, like, as product team, we all really like to discover difficulties during your setup, during your like aha moment, during your habit moment, and how was it for your clients? How is it now? And then I would like to like spare at least like 15 to 20 minutes for that. But before that fun part, I will share with you new features and then one upcoming feature. So if you don't have any question, I will just jump into this new feature we introduced today. All right then, cool. Let me share my screen really fast, and then all right. So we call it task title and task description, but for you, actually, not really like a lot of things not changing. It's about task block, and when you click on create a new task button, as you can see, now we have wider task model, and then we also have task title and task description. Before, it was just task title or task description. So when you put a really long text there, that's like describing what's this task about, and then it creates really like long list of tasks inside your task block, and kind of like a really like really not the best experience, and it's a bit like hard to consume for your client. So we decided to change that, and then we introduced task title. So this is a task title, and this is a task description. Okay. So when you publish it, create it, as you can see, only thing you'll see it will be the task title. So you can like have a summary of what it's about, or have a name for this task. And in the in the model, you can describe whatever you like to describe, like in a very long way. And also we touch a bit design of this element, make them prettier and easy to use. And also we update our delete button, so the more readable way and then more easy to use. And then let me show you one other example. I will just like really quickly um, create some text here, and then to show you how useful it is. Like, let's say you have this too long paragraph here. Sorry, I'm lost. Okay. And then you create it. And as you can see, you cannot create a task without a title anymore. You have to put something there, and then you can leave empty description area. You don't have to describe anything. So like I said, things will be quite same for you. And if you just like, you will need it when you need some long description area. And some other feature that we will introduce soon, I'm getting there. So this is the task of oops, title 2, and then I create it. And as you can see, no drama here. It's like clean. And if you need to read the description, you can just like click on it, and then you will see the whole picture. Okay. And then thanks, Anna, to like for make this happen as our product designer.
yeah, you're welcome.
Perfect. And then, okay, then I will show you the next step. Like, it's also, to be honest, it's related. Like we introduce titles, and then like differentiate the description area. Now it's allow us to introduce something we call checklist. That means like now you can add multiple checklists inside a task, okay? And then you can track them. So first thing will be, we will introduce this checklist icon here. And then when you like any other editor, and then when you click on it, you will allow to create checklists as you go. Like when you enter, you will have another one. When you enter, you will have another one. And then when you're done with it and then create it, you will see, let me find it here in the design file. Yep, it should be here. Then you will have this progress bar here next to your task title, which indicates that this task has 12 checklists to complete inside of it. And then you completed 3 of them. Okay. So, yeah, that's it. And then next iteration will be, this will be coming probably like somewhere this week, or maybe like at the beginning of next week, no longer than this. And then just after this one, we will introduce some other feature, which will allow you to, when you hover this progress bar, now you don't need to create, like, you don't need to open the model. You can see all your checklists here, checklist items here, and then you can like complete them, uncheck them, and then you can see the progress. This is true for you and for your client. Okay. Okay. So that's it. And like I said, check title and description already out there, and check list is coming this week. And then this little guy here, this like model, when you hover, it will be live next week. That's what we are working on right now. And then, yeah, that's pretty much it about the upcoming features and what we are working right now. I would like to answer if you have any questions, and I will jump into the questions on the Learn community just after the live question.
Yep,
Anyone?
Emre, Z had one question in a chat.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah, about the thing that we spoke about it. Wouldn't be hard to see what task has or has not have description. The something that we spoke about last week. Yeah, and it's thank you a lot, Z, for it. Important feedback. We will think about it and updated that.
Yeah, Danny has the same kind of comment. Anna, thanks for the answer. Yeah, this is something we are aware of, and then we will like make it better through iterations. Probably it will be there like in a couple of weeks, no longer than that. Any other questions about task title, description, and upcoming checklist feature, maybe? Okay, then I will.
Danny has one question. Wouldn't they just click on the task? Can you, Danny, can you explain us a little bit more what you mean?
Yeah, I mean, to me, it would be just common sense or easy to see that there's a task and you would click on that and that would open it and show you if there was a description or something.
Yeah.
I know.
I mean, that's the way how now it is working. If you have description, you can click on it. If it doesn't have, you cannot click on it. But yeah, we need some visual moment when we need to solve this issue, like how you know if some task has or has not have description. Topic to think.
Yeah, for now, one workaround will be like you can add your task title like some kind of read more, or like to read more, click on it, etc. Like some kind of direction if you have really long description, and if you really want to people click on it. But this will be a workaround, of course. And then, like Anna mentioned, we will work on it and then introduce something for this problem.
I guess that's my point. I don't see a point in doing anything to it. I think just common sense would say, here's a task, you click on it, and it would open it up.
So it is working expected to you, right?
Right. Yeah, because
Cool.
that's how it is on other platforms that I use. It's clickable.
Yeah.
So if it's clickable, then you click on it and that would open it up. So
Yeah.
maybe it's that simple,
Mhm.
that it looks like it's
Mhm.
clickable. But I think you said that if it,
Actually, you have like maybe we didn't make it like for your mouse cursor or like whatever. We didn't put here any indicator because it was before clickable as well, but now the context has been changed. I'm aware of it, so it makes perfect sense. Thank you,
yeah.
Penny. Thank you.
Mhm. A few more
So
comments if you can check it, Emre.
yeah, I'm checking right away. Hi, Christian. Welcome. And then we are like, we are still on it, like thinking about different solutions, clicking or hovering. Probably it's going to be hovering right now. Yes, right, Anna? For the
Yeah.
checklist model. And then, but with like with hover solution, we'll try to make it like not creating that kind of experience for you, like not easily disappear when you try to click something, etc. It will be like working properly. That we'll see it. And then if something goes wrong, yeah, let's talk again.
Yeah, I mean, anytime you want to see details, you can click on the task and have a full preview and see it full checklist and stuff. This idea behind this was only to make it easier for you to just hover and have a quick preview of checklist. That was the idea. But thanks, Z, for a comment.
Okay. We received some interactions on our announcement call. We had some points around like we appreciate that we are working on task block, but also there are some requirements around smart talks, which we are aware of course. And like nowadays we are working on next quarter's roadmap, what we are going to tackle, and then I will let you know when we are done with it, and then share with you. Also, Christian, I'm not sure Christian is on the call right now, but he has the same point. Can we see a general roadmap? We will have some kind of like a picture on our mind, probably next week, and then I would like to share it with you as well. Not as a promise, but those are the problems that we are prioritizing today, and then try to tackle them today. And then, of course, as a startup, it's like uncertainty is playing a big game here. So we are like, we are constantly sometimes like need to change our way or like need to prioritize some other stuff over another stuff. So that's why like we are not a big fan of roadmaps today. But of course, we can share what we are thinking, what we are prioritizing for next quarter. Sure. And also Christian isn't here, but maybe some other people has some of his needs. So he mentioned that for forum community features, it's not enough for him right now, even though he's like using it, but he want to see like some short videos. He would like to do it inside forum community. And also he want to add images and videos to the comments. And also he mentioned about client homepage, which is good news. Like we are also like, this is something we are prioritizing as well. So probably it will be that list that I will share with you, like I said 2 minutes ago. So yeah, I will also like reply this post. You can follow there about the details as an answer to Christian. And those are like mostly about the event, so I'm not getting into details. John, is John here? I would like to hear more about sign up is confusing part, but I guess he's not. Then I will reply him on the post, on the forum, then we'll all see what's it about. I guess we have two interaction here. Oh, hi, Christian. Thanks for the feedback. It's great. Yeah, like I said, like I will share something probably on the forum again about product way or like what we are like working on currently, then you will have it, right? If this is the thing that you're asking. Okay, Z. Thanks for clarification. I'll check it once again. Yeah. All right, then I assume no other question right now, maybe.
What is this in reference to, this signing up in the Slack? What is that in reference to?
It's about the post that I shared, as much as I understand. Like this is the link I put here. Okay, and maybe it was broken for you guys. I wasn't aware. Sorry, it was working for me.
Oh, okay.
Oh, this is about built it with upcoach calls, I guess. Anya, do we have any idea about this one? Question, latest question.
Yeah, Todd had some family matters to attend, so we had to pause them for a while. But I think this week or next week, actually, they will we'll continue with those.
Yeah, me too. Me too. Okay, everyone. Then yeah, calls. This calls is like build it with upcoach calls, Danny, you mentioned.
Yes,
Yeah.
these are we usually put as soon as I get the recording from Todd, I put it in the community forum. There's a special category that says build it with upcoach recordings, so they're all there, like the whole
Yeah, I can show it. Yeah, here.
Well, the live calls, I was getting on the Build It live calls, and I was getting on the Learn, I guess it's the Learn Up Coach calls, excuse me, that are on Thursday. And
the building apps, the building blocks call.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
So are those the ones that are on hold now, or what?
Tomorrow, hey Danny, tomorrow we're going to resume from where we left. So we skipped the last one, but tomorrow we're going to have it again. And it's you can find the details on the events blog on our Learn upcoach.com program, basically. The building blocks call.
It's on the Learn Up Coach.
Mm-hmm.
Because whatever link that I have, like the notification I get in my calendar, I don't know if the time zone is off or what, but I go to the calls now and it just sits there, waiting for the host. So there, there's nobody there. So I haven't been on those calls in a long time. So that's,
yeah.
But even when I was on the calls, it's like I had to look around and try to find out where the link was, and it was a lot of work. That's why I was usually late.
Yeah, so I think you can use the events blog in learn.upcoach.com. So we have this community over there, and we also list all our events there. You can also get access to the Zoom links and etc. everything in there. So you can use this area to join the calls, basically. Yes, Emre is
Well,
sure.
that's what I'm saying. I don't he's scrolling there. I don't see the link, and it's synced to my calendar, but what's showing up on my calendar isn't taking me to where these calls are. So is it on the see more, like open product call or building blocks?
Join the call link.
Join the call button.
Join the call
Yes.
button. Should take you to the events, basically. Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Try that again.
I think actually for the building blocks as well is a Zoom register link. So you can register for it now and you'll get all the information in your inbox for tomorrow's call.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll just add to that. I think in the past, maybe on the actual calendar link, because we subscribed to the calendar, you had the Zoom link in there. So you didn't have to go then like I was late to this meeting because when I clicked on the calendar link, it then said, oh, go sign up for this Zoom call, and I had to register and then go back and get the link. Whereas I think in the past, you just had the Zoom link in the calendar, and that made it a lot easier. Like, I obviously already want all of those, you know, I already want to be registered for them because I show up to a lot of them. So I would, rather than like having to individually register for the events, if you just had the Zoom link, I don't know if it's changing, but if you just had the Zoom link in the calendar event, then we wouldn't have to do that.
Makes sense. I will make sure this is changed for the next event. Make it easier.
Yeah. Thank you, everyone. Any other questions about this part, first part? Then I am really super excited to ask you about like this roundtable thing. Anyone want to join about like, I really like, we as a product team, we want to gain some insights around when you first decided to use upcoach for your coaching practice, and then what was your motivation back then? What were your initial expectations from the product that you were looking for? How was your experience, first impression of upcoach? Anyone remember those days? Or maybe like, see you, John. Thanks for joining. Danny, can I ask you directly, maybe?
Sure.
Uh-huh.
Should I go
Sorry.
down the list?
Yeah, I'll just like ask everyone. People are leaving, I'm aware. So you are with upcoach for
Not very long. Well, longer than I'd like to admit, since I haven't really done that much with it.
Mhm.
But
Mhm.
yeah. Yeah. My decision to hop on was looking for a platform that would have more client interaction, that was easier. And because I already use a platform that I've used for many, many years, some of those things were top of mind, like what I have that I love, what I feel is missing, those kind of things. And so I'm an early adopter. So when I saw it, I thought, let me jump in here and see, you know, how it compares and how I could best use it going forward in my business.
Yeah, that's
So that was the
awesome.
initial thing. Yeah, that was my
Mhm.
motivation.
Mhm. And then how was your experience for the first couple of days?
Challenging, which is why I haven't done much with it. You know, I've gotten lazy. I think probably if I didn't already have a platform where everything already is, I would probably be more aggressive with getting it set up. But as I started running into difficulties, I found myself, you know, pulling back, which is one reason why I loved getting on the calls. Those two types of calls, it was like I could see what everybody else is doing. I could give feedback. I could learn something. And I was struggling getting on the calls. So that was kind of frustrating. But yeah, getting it set up for me was kind of difficult. I only put one course in there so far and really haven't put the whole course in there. So I think part of it for me is it's new, and so you're learning, plus you're learning as you go with the videos, and you're adding things, so you're learning things on top of that. So it's challenging for me. I love it, but I'm struggling with getting it set up and actually running my business in it. I'm not running my business in it, so I'm paying for a platform that I'm not using yet. So I need to be more aggressive and getting
Yeah,
that set up.
that's why I'm asking, like to like get more helpful to you and like future.
Yeah, because I love
Yeah.
it. I love what I see. I'm just not functionally using it.
Can you like identify any like single or most important friction point that like that was so hard, or like it took me 2 days to understand how this works? Like, is there any specific thing that you can share with us?
gosh, I wish I'd had time to think about it. I think when I was going through the process with Todd's videos, you know, it's like, okay. I got hooked on I got challenged by the smart docs. Like I wasn't fully understanding that. And I know some improvements have been made to that. So I haven't tried that. But I think that, I don't know. I can't really pinpoint
Okay.
anything
Okay.
off the top of my
That's
head.
fair. Like, thanks for sharing this memories
Yeah.
with us. I hope like this will be better time. And also, Heather, I can see that like you had the same kind of uh, difficulties. Do you want to share more? Maybe if you are still with us.
I'm here. Sorry.
No,
Right, and I'm sorry that I'm joined on late. I had a call. The same thing that Dina said. I hopped on in December, and I actually love UpCoach. A friend of mine has her platform on it, and I was one of her beta testers. And I'm a solo entrepreneur, so I build everything myself. I do the content, but I also have to do all the tech work and everything. But I've just found it like I've gone through, and maybe I just need to just set aside a day or two. But I'm having a hard time for some reason, like taking the learning and actually building it for myself. I don't know how to necessarily articulate it. And I'm getting ready to launch a new small group program, and I really want to use this because I like being a user of it. But as the creator of it, I'm finding it clunky, and I feel like maybe I'm just doing something wrong. Or like, I don't know. So, but I've got like 2 monitors and I'm trying to like build and watch and build and watch. But for some reason, I'm really struggling with setting it up and having it feel user friendly.
Can you pinpoint any specific moment or like anything else that's like especially hard for you or confusing for you?
I don't know if it's just maybe because I've got my maybe it's taking my framework of what I have written out for myself, like how I want to see it, and then bringing it to life in the platform. Because I'm watching like the videos that I've watched from Todd are they're very succinct. They're very to the point. I mean, it goes through everything. So I feel like the teaching is really good, but for some reason, I'm having a hard time translating that into actually building it. And so I know what I want it to look like. I have the welcome videos, like I've got all my stuff pre-made. I've got a bunch of digital courses built. That's why I like the idea of UpCoach, because I've already created a bunch of digital courses. I want to have everything in one place. Right now, I've got stuff everywhere. And so that's the whole draw. I love that UpCoach can be one place that someone can subscribe and come in and do everything. But I'm having a hard time building in it. I don't know if and maybe I actually set aside time later in the week because I want to try this again, because I'm like, I've got to get this working. I love it. I'm still, paying for it every month, but and so maybe I'll take better notes or something too. And if I can reach out to somebody and let them know, like, this is where I'm feeling stuck.
Yeah.
I don't know
Thank
if that
you.
makes
Thank you.
sense. Yeah.
It is perfectly. And like I would like to ask also, did you invite any clients yet, or just start using it like UpCoach? I mean.
So I've actually had clients buy. I've been selling my small group mentoring program. It launches in 2 weeks, and I either want to use UpCoach or I'm going to be just doing live videos through Zoom and then sending them PDFs. So I have all the material. That's why I want to get it up and running. So I've sold access to this program, but they don't know what platform I'm using. Right now, they're probably expecting me to do the way I have been doing it, which is just kind of clunky. Piecemeal, put together. That's why I love the idea, because I love the idea of them doing homework, self-paced. I work with women in transition. So the new course I'm doing is for women who are entering a blended family. So how to become a step parent, how to navigate dealing with co-parenting, all those types of things. And that's what I love about UpCoach, is because some women are going to be really vested and they're going to want to go through the course and they're going to want to reread it and they're going to do the homework. Some women are going to start it. It's going to be too hard and they're going to let it sit there. And I want to be able to remind them. And really what I love about it and where I want is that right now, a a lot of times women who are going in transition are afraid to comment in public spaces because sometimes they're getting stalked by other people, for lack of a better word, and especially in the divorce and remarriage area, it's a big problem. So this gives them safety to comment, to connect with other women who are going through the exact same thing, and nobody from their family's reading it. No, their husband's not seeing it, their stepkids aren't seeing it. They can be real, they can be authentic, and they can get support. And so that's one of the biggest reasons I want to use this platform, is to create a safe community for women.
Yeah, lovely.
So I've got all the material, I just got to get it in there. So
Okay, thanks for sharing this, and
yeah, thank you.
very insightful for us, and yeah, and Kristen, how was it for you? Can I ask you?
Yeah. So I jumped on a long time ago. I saw the value and I really liked the promises of where it was going. And the fact that it was created with a very specific goal, which is coaching and action. There's a million course programs out there, but the problem with courses, as we know, is that like you learn the information, but you don't do anything. And this is an amazing product with huge potential down the line. And I'm really excited about where that can go. And I'm just anxious about it getting there faster. And I feel like what I'm realizing though is maybe one of the issues I'm struggling with. I haven't launched, and I'm been trying to get people in like a beta program for testing it, and it's hard to get them in because it's a little bit like I just recorded my lead gen video and I sent it out to a bunch of people, and it was very like informational, but it wasn't emotional. And transformation is an emotional thing, not just an informational thing. And having that community where there's more interaction than just merely text, I think is really, really essential for people to actually connect. Like, and this is a direction I'm seeing. I've been telling other coach friends of mine, like, one-on-one coaching is great, but I think moving forward, I'm never going to do a one-on-one without including a group coach, because the value comes from like, yeah, we can do one-on-one on the side, but you're going to be a part of a community, because it's not just about working with me. It's about working amongst other, in my case, other men, where you're given that freedom to actually open up, share, connect, and the videos, and having the space created with the user in mind, where they really want to come in. And that's why I said like having their client web page, where it's like we can create this space where they're really like, I'm going here. This is my place where I go to transform. Like, this is my place where I have, like, I plan my week. This is my place where I journal. This is my place where I know what tasks I've got. This is my place where I've got like, I can click right into the courses that I'm a part of. And then I'm like, it brings me right to that spot. This is a place where I know that I'm able to be seen and heard and connect with other people. That's where I think that's where I think it'll turn UpCoach into a place where, similar to Facebook, is like you go and because you're drawn in. But I hate Facebook. Facebook is I'm in a coaching program right now with Facebook. I can't do it. It's distracting. And every time I go, even though it's like, do this, do that, I'm like, I can't follow this because Facebook wants me to pull out every minute. Whereas UpCoach is like drawing people into a funnel and just kind of leading them. And my goal with my program is to just say, look, all you have to do is get in this funnel, and I'm going to walk you through this journey. And all you have to do is do the things that I tell you to do when I tell you to do them. And when you come out on the other side, you are going to be this other person, because there's no way you can go through that process without a behavioral change. But for that to happen, I'm realizing it's a lot more than just doing it. It's about connecting. People change drastically with a story versus just an action. It's about connecting that behavior to something that's much, much deeper. And I think building out that community aspect, so it's not just typing, I mean, I don't know what everybody else thinks, but for me, I'm in a Telegram group and I really want to bring them over, and I'm telling the coach he's going to do it. He's going to do it in the fall. But like I'm yearning for that ability, because we do 60-second videos. And it's really the transformation in that group is the fact that you've got a bunch of guys who are entrepreneurs who have never opened up to anybody else, who are suddenly, because they're showing up every day, checking in with 60-second videos, suddenly they feel like somebody across the other side of the earth, they're connected to in a deeply, deeply human way. And they feel open enough that like they can share something they didn't share with their wife, or they didn't share with anybody else. And now they're sharing it in this community. And I'd really love to see upcoach be that, so that we can get rid of Facebook forever. And people are just drawn in. It's like it becomes addictive. And then they want to go into the next program. They want to stay in upcoach because it's like, this is my place where I go to change my life. This is not just a come in and it's a course. No, like I'm now shaping, my vision for my future. And I've got like a whatever Pinterest board or something where it's got pictures of who I want to become. And it's like, this is my space where I get excited about it, and then where I connect with it. So anyway, that's my.
Yeah, thanks for sharing. This like whenever I hear one of our user story like you, I guess, like coach like you guys, like it's always like impossible, like sounds impossible, transforming other people's life for greater good, and like it's impressive. Like can't explain like words. And yeah. And one more question for you, Christian. Like I got to about the client perspective and what you are trying to accomplish through upcoach and your expertise. And how was it for you as a coach, like early days, like when you first discover, let's say, upcoach, and then like you start using it? How was it for you in the early days of upcoach?
So I've used a lot of different softwares. I did feel Todd does a fantastic job, as Heather said, of walking people through, and your new UI is much easier. But there's still a lot of questions that even now I have. I don't like, for instance, how do I have a group coaching program? I brought it up before, but I'm going to be bringing people in cohorts to my group coaching program, and it's 90 days or whatever, it's a quarter. And I want them to have access. Like, let's say I want to have them to continue to be a part of the community at the end, and it's like a paid subscription. But then they don't have access to other things. Those sorts of questions I don't have the answer to. And it's really hard to visualize what would be the optimal way of doing it. And I brought it up in the chat. I know you have templates for the smart docs, and I love that because I can save it and then, and somebody said they already existed. Maybe I'm not aware of them, or I don't know how to get them. But in the programs, like, and I guess you do have accountability. You do have those things out. Some of those programs, I don't know if are those templates given? I'm looking right now. I guess they are. I don't know, maybe like where there's like an optimized version and it walks you through it and say, this is how you can do it, and this is why, and here's some questions you might have, like for different types of coaching, where this is how you would solve it or something. I don't know. I know you're coming out with a wiki, and the wiki might help as well to further kind of end the confusion. I love the fact that you could copy a whole program, but there's still some questions about like, and the answers aren't there for you guys either, like archiving a program or archiving parts of it, So I guess some of those are going to be solved in time, but kind of just, I'm worried a little bit about, okay, once I get the ball rolling, did I plan this out right so that by the time somebody's ending this, am I just pulling the plug so they don't have access anymore? Or am I booting them? Or because like, maybe I want them to have access to the community, but not the agenda, because I don't want them jumping on my calls anymore unless they pay for an added subscription. So there's still a lot of questions there that I don't know where to even, there's no easy answer to that, And so
I'm aware why I'm asking. Yeah.
Yeah, and you're asking yourself that question. And again, you know what, where I would go is the community, but I'll say the community feels a little stale in that like learn.upcoach because of that like lack of ability to make it a little bit more human. Where if I were able to shoot a video and say, hey guys, I'm really struggling, what do you say? I think there'd be more interaction than just, text. Maybe I'm wrong, but so yeah, I think I'm going to be helping another friend of mine setting his up. And there's a lot that I've learned through just sitting in a bunch of these calls that maybe somebody coming in isn't going to know and understand. So all in all, overall, you guys have a great product and I love where you're going. And
thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And thanks for your thoughts as well, like to share your experience. And this is very like valuable to us because this is something like we are now. We also want to make upcoach more self-serve for coaches. So even though like Todd is doing great with like it will be there of course, but we want to do it like more self-discoverable, and you don't need to ask lots of questions before taking a step. And this is also our main goal because we want to reach out like hundreds thousands of coaches, right? Like we cannot like manually like talk to each of them. So we want to build a product that's like helpful for any kind of coach within seconds. So that's why I'm asking actually. That's my purpose. Like I want to gain some insights where we are right now, what's our baseline. So and then like of course we will come up with some solutions. Our engineering team, our designer team will come up with some solutions to make this gap close for you. And Heather, you had a question, I guess, it makes perfect sense by the way I read it, but also, Anya, I guess you answered that, right? Okay, perfect. Thank you.
Yep, I replied. I mean, also applies to Christian's scenario, I guess, the training and the quarterly program could be in one program where we go through all the meetings and all the courses and training. Then once they're done with it, you can manually remove them from the program or just keep them in the program so they have access to the smart documents that they fill, to tasks or anything other like community, like small community inside of that program, but also create a separate one, which would be just the community, just the forum, and just maybe, I don't know, whatever you need in the community from the blocks, and then kind of move them to a separate one where it's where the community lives, so you don't mix. And that could be one of the solutions for now until we have a better
like
way.
Is it going to be a separate forum so it's like all of the previous stuff is gone, right?
Yes, correct. It would be two separate forums. Yeah.
And would they still have access to like the worksheets that they already filled out, even though they're no longer? So those are the sorts of questions that come up to me and I still don't know how to answer it. Like, okay, somebody no longer has access to X program and the worksheet was in that one and they filled it out. Do they no longer have access to it once they are out of that program? Or is it like, well, this was yours and it sticks with you?
If you remove them from the initial program where the smart doc were, then no, they will not have access to that in the current setting of the platform. I have no idea what Emre has on his mind for the next couple of months.
Yeah,
but
like to be honest, we are did I cut you short, Anya? Sorry.
No, go ahead.
My connection. So to be honest, we are currently working on this problem of clients doesn't have a dashboard, or maybe like my stuff, whatever you like to call it. And we are aware of this use case that's like you guys have a client and like she is with you for a while and then she leave, right? But you still want her to get access all the previous maybe courses, maybe smart stuff, just like whatever progress she made with you should be stay there. Then like she can like remind them, she can revisit them, and hopefully she will be a client again in the future, right? Because she remembered those days, like those value that you created for her. So we are aware of that problem has like manifest itself different ways. So like hopefully we will like address that problem soon with some kind of solution. I don't know yet. Like inside our priority list right now, not roadmap, not like we don't have any planning yet, we don't have any estimation yet, but we know that is important and we prioritizing that thing on our list. So, and then I will share with you, like I said at the beginning of the call, whenever I know something that's like for sure we will tackle this, I'll share with you on the forum right away. Okay, then I can start collecting your your expectations and your questions, etc., before building anything. Thank you, everyone. It's like taking longer than we expected. So, any other questions? It's like already 50 minutes. If not, I'll close it. Danny has that like, yep, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah. We will like to introduce a dashboard for you as well, but not today's topic. So, not today's topic. Anya, should I close the call? Maybe 15 minutes.
Yeah, I think we're
Help me
good.
here.
Yeah, guys, if you have any questions or need help, please ping us in the chat. We are a little bit slow to reply. It's a little bit overwhelming, and some of the people are on leave, summer leave. So, but we'll make sure that we reply to you as soon as possible.
And thank you, everyone, once again for sharing all your experience. That was super useful for us, super valuable. See you again in a month, and then, like Anya said, put it on the forum.
Don't be a stranger, yeah.
No, don't be a stranger. Talk to you soon, everyone. Have a great week.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.